All right, hey, what's up, Vicky fam? We are back for another week, and this is catching up. I'm basically trying to catch up on all the things that I was behind on because of getting sick last week. So, we love it. I'm sitting down at my computer to get some work done. I decided to make it a whole mood today because it's Monday, and Mondays suck. I'm having to kind of work through my lunch, which is fine. It happens. Especially when you're a business owner, I feel like. So I'm gonna sit down and get some work. I need to go through and double check all my payments and everything. Yeah, okay. I should be getting some more students back, but I'm also like losing some, so it's been interesting. God. It's the only thing that I still have after this thing is that I'm still congested. I'm still blowing my freaking nose, guys. What the heck? So I'm going on to Stripe, which is the invoice system that I use, because I just set up one of my students for a subscription, which I love. I can do that on here for my people who are a little bit more forgetful. Okay, it's a little bit messy, so excuse it. But I just opened the cabinet to get out something, and these two came running up. Also, ignore that. That's bad paint job by our apartment complex, because, like, it's not like we're sitting there cracking in the doors, right? How does that happen? Anyway, come running up like I was going to feed them. What needs to happen is this needs to go back up. That happened because of fucking command strips. Thought they weren't supposed to do that, but whatever. I need to get that back up there. So here we go. Okay, gonna head out to my lesson. Gonna let the heat out of my car. It is getting warm. I say as I'm in a long sleeve flannel right now, but have to head out over there, and then I have 2 more lessons when I get back, and one is a new lesson, so that'll be interesting. Okay, so I was on my way home after my first travel lesson. The one I was going home for is not feeling good, so they canceled and rescheduled for tomorrow, which is fine, whatever. Since I have time now, my next one's at 6. It's a Zoom lesson, so, oh, there's an accident, that's why. Woo. Let me not get into an accident. Okay, so, kick ass, go home, maybe relax for a little bit, and then have last lesson, and then we're done for the day. Yay! Hugo's doing his stickers. Yep. Game's on. Canelo's yappy. I'm gonna play some Sims. Alright. Hey, what's up, Vicky fam? It's Tuesday. I am going back to the gym for the first time in over a week. So this shall be fun. I woke up today and I'm like still just a little bit congested. And like my chest and my head, but feeling like okay enough to be able to like go to the gym and not die because I can't breathe out of my nose. So yeah, the only thing that's kind of shitty about this is it's my first day of my period, because that's just how it lined up. Which is fine. Fine. So I am going to start a new program today. Kind of build it as I go. Kind of normally what I do. Like a week and a half off. I'm like, I might as well just do a new program, whether or not it's time. I have only 1 student today, which means then we go to company and we're like ramping up for company. It's the week before tech week. We're already starting our tech, technically. Like, we're in costume and makeup today, which will be fun. Alright, I decided to pick myself up one of those new mists from Dutch Bros. I wanted to try it because me and Hugo get like energy drinks, whether that's like Alani or like the Rebels or whatever, for shows. But I wanted to try this because it's like plant-based and it has electrolytes and 0 sugar. And so I did a 0 sugar one with red raz, peach, and coconut, thinking a little bit about my like double rainbow that I love so much. If I'm getting tea, Rebel, anything not coffee, I'm probably doing a double rainbow. So, which I just got a double rainbow iced tea last night. But I wanted to try it because like the electrolytes too, especially after the gym, I'm like, and then it's also got like plant-based energy, so I'm like, oh, I can do this instead of da-da-da. Plus I'm out of sweetener at home, so I do that sometimes when I'm lazy and I don't feel like going to the store. So on my way home, I am probably gonna shower. All right, I took a little body shower. I am gonna make some yogurt for myself and try and finish my water from the gym. And then I'm also gonna get myself ready for the day, and do some communicating that I have to with some parents for kids. So, this guy's been used so much, the like stuff for the stitching of the ball is gone. So I'm gonna do the rest of the vanilla Greek yogurt since people can't have this one. No spoons! And some granola. Usually with the last little bit like this, I just leave it in here and eat out of the container, I will admit. Because why dirty another dish? That is not a lot, but that's fine. Some content that I feel like we don't get a lot of. I am gonna take you guys through my Sarah looks. So if you are not interested in like makeup talk or whatever, I'll try and put the little time slot of like when to skip to. But for the ladies, yeah. So our production of company, we have all of the couples are, well, every character I think has like a color that kind of like represents them, and mine is like a burnt orange, which I love because it's one of my colors, being a dark fall girly. So I kind of do a look to match just a little bit. I don't want to do too much, but something along those. First thing I'm going to do is get my transition color in. I'm going to use like a little light peachy color down here, and pop that in my crease. Now the fun thing about this, guys, is that I actually used to be a hairstylist and a makeup artist, so there's anything in my life that I definitely love still about doing theater is that we kind of have to be our own hair and makeup artist a lot of the time, unless you're lucky enough to get a wig. Not always so lucky because I hate using my hair, if I'm gonna be so honest. Kind of picking out like all my warmer palettes. I'm trying to decide what I want to put Do I want to put that one right there? Or this guy? I think I'm going to put this guy. I think he's a little bit more orange. But I do want like a little bit of shimmer sparkle. There we go. This feels really reminiscent of what I did for Marine because the colors are really similar. But I think I'm gonna do a little bit more, like this is a little bit more orange than Maureen. Maureen was like a little bit more like brownie pink. I'm gonna do my actual crease color. Find a smaller brush. I think I want like this color. This color, and I think I'm gonna mix with a little bit of like, I have this brighter orange. And then we're gonna throw that in my crease, just a little bit more concentrated because of the smaller brush. And just kind of deepen that up. And then I think I'm gonna use like a warm brown in my outer corner. And then I'm also gonna take, oop, that was the wrong color. These colors. And throw that under my eye. I am doing this before foundation and concealer, because basically what all I'll do is just clean that up, because like I get a lot of it right under here, which makes me look like I have a little bit more like bags. And what I like to do is like sharpen that out and make my eye nice and sharp to help lift, because I have almond eyes, but they do kind of down turn. So what I like to do is create the illusion of a lift. Yeah, it's just what works for my face and what I like on my face. But don't be afraid of the bottom shadow. It doesn't look bad, you're just not used to it. And if you know who I'm quoting, I love you. Okay, so now I'm gonna take an even smaller detail brush as I drop it. I'm afraid to go too warm with this brown. Because I don't want it to get too orange. So I actually think I'm gonna go with this guy that's like darker terracotta color. And I'm really gonna focus on creating like the wing shape that I want. And then what I do is I go back then and like blend it into that V. And then that way I have a nice little sharp moment there. I really like that, especially for theater. You see how like it's kind of sharp? Yeah, I think that's gonna be good because it's gonna give me just enough depth that we can see that I have an eyelid. Plus it's giving like kind of tribute to like that early 70s kind of like makeup, because the show was in the 70s when it first came out. And then we're gonna drag that onto my lash line. Blend, blend, blend. And then I think I'm gonna use the same brush as my crease color and just really kind of blend out that sharp crease area and blend it up. There we go. I think that's cute. Okay. For my character, she's sharp, she's witty. Her and her husband have this dynamic of like arguing all the time. So trying to play into that, she does karate. My best friend just texted me and said that because her and Hugo both work in the downtown area. And she goes, I was just stalking Hugo. I could see him, but he couldn't see me. Oh my God, that's funny. They work right next to each other because she works at the DA's office and he works not that far from the DA's office, but also works with the DA office. Kind of. I don't know if you guys know what Hugo does. He works in Scram. So Scram is a whole company that does like alcohol monitoring and ankle monitoring. So yeah. So there's the eye look basically. And then I'm going to do kind of like an orangey red lip. Yeah, I'll show you the end result. All right, here's the finished look. Little burnt orange, whatever. Before anybody says anything about blush blindness, this is what we have to do in the theater. Okay, we do get washed out quite a bit by the lights. Luckily, I'm not doing too much today, so this can stay how it is. Okay, so now I'm going to take a quick 30-minute break because I need to make sure that I get little breaks in. This is considered part of my work for the day. So, let's go. I think I'm going to play Sims and try and finish my yogurt. And yeah. Little Sims update. I am now officially on I didn't put mascara or eyelashes on. So I'm going to take my 30-minute play Sims and then I'm going to put those on. I just realized. Anyway, Orange Generation officially like by itself, no other generation also working on my Not So Berry challenge. So we're almost there, guys. I think I have like 4 more generations, I think. Yeah, so why are we not connected to the internet? Okay, let's play some Sims, guys. Okay, so finished my makeup, put my lashes and my mascara on. Was really the thing I was missing. And then I pinned up my hair because I'm doing like a curly pony with like my bangs on the front and whatever. So I'm letting that all cool down so that way it lasts as long as it can. Yeah. So I'm gonna pack our bag for today because I don't think Hugo realized that we were doing costumes. So I'm gonna make sure that he has his shoes, the right shoes, my shoes, all my undergarments, any extra makeup I might need, and then we'll see what else I can do. If I can maybe go over my lines. All right, so I packed our little bag for rehearsal today. Excuse me. I'm gonna go over my lines and eat a little something before going. Good morning, Figgy fam. Oh my god, I almost couldn't say that. I woke up late. My love. I woke up at 10. So I am out of sweetener for coffees and I don't have time. So I'm just gonna run over to Starbucks real fast. I got completely ready for company yesterday, not realizing that we were not doing costumes yesterday. So I have to do it all again today. And I wasted time yesterday. And I'm like still getting over the flu, I feel like yesterday, because it was way more of a physical day than I've probably had in a couple days. I don't feel good again. Like the congestion is really back. And my throat hurts. So we love. So I'm gonna go get Starbucks, go get ready all over again. We just got a message from the director that we do not need to be in makeup and hair today. Again, wasted my time getting ready. Well, at least my makeup's cute for the most part. Yeah. My nose is like falling apart because I keep having to blow it, which I'm like, great. Let me just do this real fast. Let that be. I put on this dress again because I had to go run an errand real fast while I'm not far away. Clipping my bangs, and then this all do what it was gonna do. And do whatever it wants to do. That's fine. So, now I have to go in and catch up on the things that I couldn't do earlier. I guess I don't have to go to my student earlier like I thought I was going to have to. Meow. Canalito. What are you doing, honey bun? What are you doing over there? So I am going in right now, and I'm gonna try and make a price sheet for my business. All right, Figgy fam, it is Thursday. I am heading to a lesson right now, and then I have to go home. I hurried and put a face on because, again, did I sleep until 10? Yes, I did. I think just still recovering from the flu and the fact that I'm on my period, and it's also like tech for company, and so we've been getting out really late. I'm tired. Girl's tired. But today I have two things that I really need to do with the time that I do have. I need to edit last week's video and get it posted as soon as possible. And then I need to post stuff for social media for company and get things like scheduled, because I pre-schedule everything as soon as I get it. And I finally just got a bunch of stuff. So need to get that up. So those are my two big tasks for the day, which are hard because I'm not going to be able to be filming while I'm doing that because a lot of that is on my phone. So you guys may not see a lot of me today. It is really, really nice that we get to play at a college, actually. We are not necessarily connected to the college in any way other than using the space. Kind of. We're kind of like partners in a sense of like, we'll help you, you help us kind of situation. So I'm curious to see what that means for us as a company coming up. Yeah, this is like the whole back end of running a theater company that a lot of people don't see or hear about and what that could mean. So, yeah. All right. It's Friday. I've already had a lesson. Woke up super late today. So, I have to go get rent. And then I have another student, and then we have company. And I still need to finish editing last week's vlog. Fun. Where are we going?
Costco!
Costco! Costco!
It's become a real Saturday tradition.
Grocery shopping.
Yeah.
So, gonna go do grocery shopping. We have to then go all the way 45 minutes away to go see our friends in a show on Chorus Line. But it is 45 minutes away.
Yeah.
Why? Yeah, let me tell you now that me and Hugo, we have an hour, like, travel limit for most of our shows. And even then, if it's more than, like, 30 minutes, you better be paying.
That or it has to be a show that we really want to do. And then probably only take certain parts, too, as well.
Yeah. Like, I'm sorry, ensemble's a lot of work. And I mean this with so much love. But ensemble's a lot of work. And you have to be there quite a bit.
Almost every rehearsal.
When you're in an ensemble. And that's a lot to travel 45 plus minutes for, in my personal opinion. Luckily, Chorus Line, these girlies have good parts. Like, Chorus Line is just what we call an ensemble show, meaning that everybody kind of has parts and they make up the whole show. So, is the haul. We did some damage. We definitely did some damage. Yeah, Canelo's not happy about it either. This is the madhouse that our apartment becomes when meal prepping. Even Canelo says it's chaos.
Canelo agrees.
Chaos! All right, Figgy fam, thank you so much for joining us for another week of weekly vlogs. We so appreciate your support, and all of the people who have been watching every week. Shout out to you especially. We just realized that this is now has been around 3 or 4 months of this, and we're trying to stay consistent, so bear with us as we get back on track after me getting the flu. So yes, love you guys so much. Make sure that if you liked what you saw in this week's video, that you hit that subscribe button, that notification bell, and that thumbs up down below. We would greatly appreciate it. And besides that, we hope we see you guys in the next one. Bye.